All right, last example for simplifying radicals. This one is on the quotient or division of radicals. So it says that if you are taking the square root of a quotient or a fraction like this, you can separate it and take the square root of the numerator and then the square root of the denominator. Also, we are going to be simplifying and rationalizing the denominator when we have to. I will show you what that means. Okay. So for this one, we have square root of 25 over 36. For this one, I'm going to separate it and do square root of 25 over the square root of 36. That will give me 5 over 6, and that's it. That's the answer for that one. All right, how about this one? Now, this one has a lot more going on, doesn't it? Okay, so for this problem, I have square root of 48 over 27. So again, I'm going to separate it. Square root of 48 over square root of 27, but neither of those numbers are perfect squares. I'm going to need to simplify these. So I'm going to do some side work. So square root of 48. What perfect square goes into 48? If you were thinking 16, you'd be right. 16 times 3 is 48. So that means this can be simplified to be 4 root 3. Okay, so I've got my numerator, 4 root 3. Let's try for the denominator now, square root of 27. Square root of 27, let's see what goes into that. Radical 9 times radical 3, right? 9 is the perfect square that goes into 27. Square root of 9 is 3, and then we have radical 3 here. So let's put that into our denominator. We have 3 root 3. Now I'm going to simplify this fraction. Now, when you have the same thing in both the numerator and the denominator, they cancel each other out, and you're just left with 4 thirds. Isn't that cool? All right, now for this problem, excuse me, for this problem, we need to rationalize the denominator. I will show you what that means. It is improper to have a radical sign in the denominator. So when I simplify this, is square root of 4 over square root of 5. Okay, so square root of 4 we know is 2. But square root of 5, we're not supposed to leave a radical in the denominator. It is considered improper to do so in mathematics. So what we're going to do is multiply by the square root of 5 over square root of 5. Now, the reason we're allowed to do that is because any number over itself is just 1. We are allowed to multiply by 1 because it does not change this value. But in doing so, we're going to eliminate the radical from the denominator. I'll show you how. 2 times radical 5 is 2 root 5. And in the denominator, radical 5 times radical 5 is radical 25. So in the numerator, I'm going to have 2 radical 5. In the denominator, square root of 25 is 5. And that is my final answer. No, these two do not simplify any further. We cannot cross those out because this is radical 5 and this is 5. They are not the same number. But our answer will stay just like this. Very good. All right, and here is your try it.